Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I gave matchmaking a week to kind of settle down, and I think it's been patched, so our roles should be matched when we jump in. So because I'm planning on playing a tank, the enemy team should have a tank as well. Apparently there were some games last week where there were 5 supports going up against like 4 assassins and a specialist, so crazy times last week. Kind of glad I dodged it. One thing that did not change from last week, though, is that Jim Raynor is a fucking monster. So, if you are looking to have a good time in Quick Match, it may be a good idea to jump in with characters that could counter him. I asked chat what they thought, and a lot of them were falling back to blinding characters. Does this work? Really, that should work. So your Cassias, your Johannas, your Lilies. I was also thinking potentially Rexar because of his primal intimidation talent, but that's a little bit too late in the game to really have an impact, I think. So what we're going to do is go in for Muradin here because of his Thunderclap ability. Blast enemies with 96 damage and slow them by 25% for 2.5 seconds. Heroes hit also have their attack speed reduced by 25% for the duration. So we can use that, we can stun them, we can get in there. That was fucking rude. All right, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Blackheart Spade today. The friendly team, Muradin, Abathur, Nova, Karazim, and Jim Raynor. The enemy team, Kel'Thas, Kel'Thuzad, Yrel, Deckard, Kane, and Jim Raynor. Good luck, have fun. So I would say their comp's a little bit better, but I think we could do just fine. Yrel's damage doesn't come on until later in the game, so we don't have to worry about that too much. We can focus on disrupting Raynor and disrupting Deckard as much as possible, and hopefully our 2 DPS characters are able to do enough DPS to burst down someone. I'm hopeful. I think it'll work out. I am gonna go for... I don't think Block's really worth it versus Jimmy.
Sequences.
Just because he hits so fast. So let's go for Perfect Storm. Let's start stacking that up. I want to stay in kind of because I have the Abathur hat, but I'm not looking to do anything too crazy. Karazim's jumping out, so I'm going to be jumping out as well. I do want another stack, though. Hold on, you come here. Hey. So our Q ability is a straight line skill shot. It is a stun that impacts the first target it hits. This could be a minion as well. It doesn't discriminate. Can also hit buildings with it if you want to do a little bit of extra damage to buildings. I can't say I would recommend that course of action, though. Let's try. I'm dead. Okay. Run! 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 Leave! Wow. Everybody got out. Wow. His W ability is really what we're going to be focused on for today. Trying to get the most use out of it anyway. Our W ability is an area of effect. Let's not let these chains happen. Get away from the chains. Yeah. Area of effect, slow and attack speed reduction. So the plan is when we jump on a target, we want them to be as slow as possible, as disrupted as possible. I hope someone's getting bottom because we are not getting top. Holy shit. Unfortunately, we only have an Abathur down there, so as far as contesting the chest, that's not going to go well. I believe the enemy team had 5 top, though, so maybe I could rotate down here and try to get this. Karazim was going after a camp. Maybe he went insight. Yeah, he's trying to get his insight stacks early on in the game, so bit of a weird start to our early game matchup today. That's for sure. Just want to get a few. Just want to get a few. Woohoo! Abathur, you need to run! Oh, damn it. Yes! It was all calculated! It was all calculated! And our E is Dwarf Toss. This doesn't make us unstoppable anymore, but it does allow us to gap close a little bit, jump over some things. And gives us 25% damage reduction after we jump. Good job, team. Proud of my team there. Proud of my team. I seriously would love to say that was calculated, but I didn't even look at the minimap once there. I was so focused on trying to get out. Let's get this camp really quick. Then we are going to make our W ability go off a second time, or we could increase the duration. Let's make it go off a second time. We might be able to get some extra healing out of this later in the game, depending on the build we want to go. But, so if we hit a hero with our W ability now, it'll proc again. So if we're trying to get that attack speed reduction as much as possible, this is a pretty decent way of doing it. So there's the slope. Oh, man, he's so tanky, too. Jesus. I was just trying to get in front of him and body block him, but Muradin actually doesn't have one of the biggest hitboxes. It's kind of tiny. I would also say we could push top here, but Abathar's gonna need some help down there.
Organism Abathar with you.
We're gonna pig for some assistance down there. Unfortunately, we just lost our Nova, disconnected from the game. Hopefully she comes back pretty soon. Looks like she's back now. She got her daily screen freeze, boys. All right, we don't want to stay too long. Muradin's trait does allow him to regenerate health when he's outside of combat, which is super nice. Hey, another stack. So, as we're just walking around, we're just chilling, we are going to be getting 70 health back per second, which adds up quite a lot. It's actually one of my favorite traits in the game. Just super good. Come here, I need a stick! Okay. Alright, you guys can have that. You guys could stand there. I don't even need to stand there. It's not that big of a deal. It's okay. Whoa, rude! This is my base! This is my base! You leave it! Let's see if I can help out our Nova over here. She's in a little bit of trouble. Stun on Urel is going to slow her down momentarily. She did interrupt me out of my W ability, though. She is going to be taken down. I think we continue this, boys. We might be slowed down by this Decker Cane, but there's the stun. I cannot gap close again, and it looks like they're going to be running away. We just need one more coin to get the next objective, and we are going to go for Give Him the Axe. So attacking any hero that is slowed or stunned or CC'd is going to give us bonus attack damage. So we can start to land some critical hit attacks pretty much all the time. Allows us to pressure these DPS characters in the back a little bit more. We don't specifically have to just peel for our team constantly, which is kind of the spot Muradin falls into if he's not too careful. But now we can go in, we can be a little more aggressive, and hopefully have some impact on that backline that we're trying to disrupt this game. Friendly team did turn in again. That's going to be firing off at the top lane. The enemy team all down in the bottom lane. I think we go down there and get some disruption in. The rest of the friendly team is heading off to get a Mercenary Camp Nova going up to soak middle. I mean, we don't have level 10 yet. Level 10 yet, excuse me. Level 10. Well, fuck that chain. What was that? This is the longest chain in the world. Excuse me? Alright, I want this camp. I'm pissed. Give me this camp. Now, Muradin was actually, this is probably save it for the A through Z playthrough that we're starting late August, but Muradin was actually really good at lane clear before, because this talent would proc twice, all the time, and now it only procs if you hit a healer, or hero, excuse me. Words are hard today, team. Words are a little hard. Looks like we are going up to contest this coin camp. We're just going to start beating up this Kel'Thuzad as much as we can. Look at this damage. This is all us and one Abathar. Not too shabby, boys. Not too shabby. Urel is going to be hopping away. We want to get another stun stack off of her, though. We're going to slow her down as well with our Thunderclap. She's going to be able to heal for a ton and jump away right now. But Nova moving in is going to be able to take her down. Karazim continuing the fight. We'll try to get a stun on that KT. Beautiful precision strike from Nova there as well. That was gorgeous. We are going to go for the Avatar. This allows us to bolster our defenses like no other character in the game can, to be honest with you. It allows us to gain 1,559 health at level 10, which means that we're going to be sitting at 5,500, which is a hell of a lot at level 10. Which means we could jump in and really live a long time in the backline of the enemy team. Or if the enemy team is pushing into our team really aggressively, all of a sudden we can defend and heal forever without really having to worry about our health reserves. I'm never really a fan of getting boss on this map, just for the record. I mean, there are times, like, if the top lane is already cleared, then by all means go for it, but excuse me, when the boss walks up here, he only hits the wall. He doesn't actually hit anything else, so it can be a little scary. The enemy team just got level 10. They have to know we're up here. They have to know we're up to something, so I think we just kind of bait this for the time being. This guy's well on his way. They're coming in. They're going to try to contest us here at boss. Well, I know who I'm going at. Let's go ahead and pop Avatar right. Meow, I think. Yeah, we'll go ahead and hit that. We are going to be taking a lot of damage here. I'm going to try to stay in for as much as I can. Looks like we are going to pick up a kill on the enemy team's Jim Raynor. Diving in, pursuing this a little bit further. We are going to get a stun on Decker Kane, slow him down as well, but we are going to be rooted almost twice by this enemy team as we continue this pursuit. Great Divine Palm is going to save the Abathur clone. Got to keep those Abathur clones safe. We're just going to hop over the wall and get this camp. We have enough coins to turn in, and it looks like we already did. Abathur was actually the one that turned him in. And I don't know, we can't really go for boss at this point because Jim Raynor's already back up. I mean, Kel'Thuzad fighting in that area is pretty scary. I kind of don't want to entice him into getting those combos. It's such a small little choke point. Nova and Karazim going back to get a camp. I'm going to rotate down here and get this one, Jim Raynor, on the friendly team. A little overextended. But it looks like he's backing up. Enemy team is 1 coin short from turning in, so it looks like they'll be trying to do that pretty soon. We are going to go for Thunderclap, so our W ability is going to heal us as well. I feel like I can live up here for a little bit, but the friendly team is calling retreat. They need 1 more coin in the box. Meanwhile, we're turning in 13 right now. 13. Abathur has some people pushing after him. He just needs to be very mindful of that. Start moving back a little bit. Enemy team is really setting up to be flanked here, so I'm going to try to go for the big boy flank. Kel'Thas is not going to make it out of there, and I'm going to just live on this back line here now. We'll stun that. We'll stun that Decker Kane out of his ult there. I would love to attack someone. I really would. Slow is going to hit Jim Raynor, and he is taken down. Stun on Kel'Thuzad, and he is taken down. There we go, boys. They were just playing Ring Around the Rosie with me. I think 3 members of that enemy team were just kiting me. But while that was happening, the rest of my team was just eating their front line apart. Which, I mean, to be honest, they don't really have much of a front line, so it's not the hardest thing in the world to do. Middle keep is looking pretty weak. Chests are spawning right now. I would really vote to push this down a little bit before we leave, but the friendly team looks like they're backing up. Doesn't matter if it's the best idea. If the whole team's doing it, it's better than you splitting off and doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Abathur, you might wanna let me get these, bud. Okay. All right. All right, bud. Thank you. Hey, you have that coin. You keep it with you. We only need 2 more to turn in to get this next objective going. This will finish off that middle keep that we were just talking about. It'll also add some pressure to the top one. Now that the wall is down, I'm totally fine going to get boss. But until that point, I think it's a pretty bad play. It looks like some people are pinging it right now. We do have a 2-level lead and a talent tier advantage, but they are going to be hitting level 13 pretty soon. The friendly team pinging that they want to go get that camp over there. I kind of just want to get some more coins first. I can beat him over there. We can do whatever. Yrel already in position to defend this boss encounter. We need to be mindful of that. Kel'Thas down in the bottom lane, though, is by himself. So that means the enemy team is split quite a lot. We should go down. We should go down. If we're going to do it, now's the time. Burst this thing down as fast as we can. We are going to pick up Imposing Presence here. I don't think they can get up here in time. Imposing Presence is going to reduce the attack speed of Jim Raynor even more and add another slow on top of that. So we basically just use this activatable ability whenever we're next to him to stop his damage even more. We now have a 3-level lead from that keep in the middle lane dying from the objective. That's going to give us, once again, a talent tier advantage. This enemy team is a little bit behind right now. But, of course, they could still come back. We have 20 coins to turn in, so I think we make our way down here and do that while they're dealing with this boss. So we kind of put them, think about this, we kind of put them in an impossible situation. If they don't defend this, they lose their keep. If they don't defend this, they lose their keep. Like, we have this enemy team exactly where we want them. These are the kind of plays you should be striving to make all the time. And we could definitely pressure bottom really, really fucking hard right now as well. We only need one more coin to turn in. We're starting to split, though. This is bad. Group. I'm not sure why we're so split. There we go. Now push back. Karazim and Abathur are taking over this camp extremely slowly. Kind of losing our momentum here, I feel like, but again, it's better to go with the minority or the majority rather than us splitting off. So we'll go back and we'll make up for this by grouping and then pushing with it. Again, not really what I wanted to do here, but we'll give it a go. We can also steal their camp over here now. The timing's actually working out relatively well. How long is this? 1:26 on the bottom night camp. So this enemy team's going to be pushing to Jim Raynor. Looking like he wants to go the wrong way. Let's just ping him back to make sure he's properly motivated. Stun quest is done and Jim Raynor is immediately taken down. Oh, I got rooted in midair. I hate that shit. Give me some movement speed. I'm going in. Yo, fuck this. I'm going in. They don't have any buildings here. They can't stop me. Okay, they can stop me. I hate that. I'm gonna kill this fucking wall. Hey, take that wall. I go join my team this way. No, I wanted to kill Kilthus, please. I'm gonna kill him. Yo, fuck that ult. All right, I'm on the building. Killing the core, boys. Going in, winning the game. I don't want to have to avatar for this, but I might. Yeah, I don't think there's actually that much harm in it. So this is Muradin. I think he's a pretty decent choice for actually dealing with the current meta of Jim Raynor. If you agree with me, let me know down in the comments. Of course, there's other choices you can go for as well. You could pick up blind characters. You could do a bunch of other stuff. But I think this is a pretty decent place to start. The most difficult part of playing Muradin is understanding when you should peel for your team and when you should dive in and try to get a kill. And luckily for me, this team was more like go kill someone on the back line oriented. So that worked out for my playstyle, my favorite. The talents we used in today's video, if you want to play along at home, are going to be the Perfect Storm into Thunderburn, Give Him the X, Avatar, Healing Static, Imposing Presence, which we didn't even actually use. And at level 20, I likely would have gone for Rewind in this particular situation because they weren't really bursting me down at all. We probably just would have killed him. Probably just would have killed him with Rewind. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time.